Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. This is the fourth video of the playlist for Basic of React.js. In this video, we will continue the lesson from the previous video, and that is the update function. So go to your VS Code and go to the blocklist.jsx. To make the update function, we use similar function with a with a function that we use to edit the parent value using the child component. So in here we are going to have the handle for handle update equal to data, and then the arrow function. And for the first time, or for testing, we are going to just console log the data, and we are going to passing this handle update as a props to the block card component. So in here, update equal to this dot handle update. Let's go to the block card.jsx, and in here we already have the update button, and you also have to write the props in here, update. And for the onClick function, if before we are passing the block.id, for now we are passing the block because we need the other data for editing or for showing it in the form. Let's see how it looks in a website. If I F5, refresh it, and I will put it in here. I will open the console log, and I will put it in here. I will put this in here. If I click the update, and we are going to the console, as you can see here, we have the data of the card or of the blocks. We got the body, ID, title, and user ID. Now let's maximize it again. Go back to the VS Code. Now let's try to change this form's block state using the handle update function. We are going to handle update function, and we are going to remove this console log. We'll set a this dot set state, and I will set the form's block state to data. So it means it will change this empty ID, title, and body append, or so it will change this form's block based on the data we pass in from the card from the block card.jsx. Next is we are going to set the default value of the input for title and content. Scroll down here in the title and block content. We are going to give it some basic value. For example, in this two, where the first one is going to be value equal to this dot state dot forms block dot title, and the next one is going to be value equal to this dot state dot forms block dot body. So it means it will give this title input and this content text area some default value, and if it's not update, it will just showing some empty data. But if the user already clicked one of the blocks, clicked update from one of the blocks, it will change the data, and the form is going to showing the dynamic data from the block card.jsx. Let's see how it looks in a website. If I refresh it and click one of these, it will change in here. For example, the first one, the second one, and so on. As you can see here, we get the block content and the title from the card or from the blocks that we click. For example, this one. Now, what we are going to do is making the put Axios method in block list.jsx. We are going to make a new condition or a new state, and that state is going to be is updated. Is updated. For the default is going to be false. This is updated state is going to be this updated state is going to determine if the updated is on or off. So I will explain it. Whenever the user click the update button, it will turn on or make this updated true, so that we can go to the handle submit and change the action. If the is updated is false, it is going to create a new blocks, and if it's true, it will update it the selected blocks. And here I'm going to make a new if this dot state dot is updated. So if it is true, it will show it will redirect, or it will go to the put function. And if it's false, it is going to be post data to API. And for the true, it's going to be this dot put data to API. Now let's create this put data to API. Go in here, and we're going to create a new one called put data to API is equal to an arrow function, and inside of it we will have some Axios put method to change the data. So in here we are going to Axios dot put and then http / localhost 3004 / blocks, and then the variable is going to be this state forms block dot id. Why we are using this forms block? Because whenever the user click the update button, it will update this forms block state. So the id is going to be the id of the blocks that user click. And for the data, is going to be this state dot forms block, because this is the updated data. And if you remember, every time that we are changing something in the form, it will update it in handle form change. But if you see in here, we get the script to we get a script to edit the id of the blocks or create an id to the blocks, but we are not going to use it, or we don't want to the script running whenever the user update. So I will make it as if not is updated is going to be here. So whenever the is updated is false, this script will run. But if the is updated is true, it will not showing in the script, or it will never running. Go to the put data to API again. Below that, we will have get blocks API again to update the page, and we are going to set all of this forms block and is updated back to the default. For the forms block is going to be empty, and for the is updated is going to be false. In here, where it is in here, I'm going to have this dot set state is going to be is updated is equal to false For the forms block, is going to be user ID equal to 1, where the ID is empty, the title is also empty, and for the body is empty. We got some error, is updated is not defined, line 61. Oh yes, in here I forgot to add this dot state dot is updated. Now it should work fine. Let me refresh it, and let me update this new programming language and make it Rust and Python. Let me click the submit button, and as you can see here, the new programming language is just updated. We can also change this one into this description, and then submit. And as you can see here, we have the newest updated blocks. Okay, so I forgot to add this in here. I'm going to change is updated to true. Now let's try it again. Refresh. And I will change this one, update, into an Python and Rust. I will update. And as you can see here, we have the Rust and Python. And I also add some feature here. So I make an if where the this state dot is updated. So if it's true, it will show the update button, and if it's else or if it's false, it will show the submit button. It is optional, you can add it or not. And I think that pretty much for the video. I hope you enjoy it. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And thanks a lot for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye bye.